Say what you will, but having two boyfriends is really hard. How Kim coped with dueling loves and what peak romance looks like at the mall. Also, flowers smell like death. The Poltergeist movie fucked our sense of reality. And does anyone look at Sissy Spacek and not think of Carrie? In Unrelated, a solid round of Would You Rathers. Welcome to Generation Artax.
Are you ready for us? All right. Come on, Kim. I'm interviewing you. Everybody knows I am the star of this show. As we see.
Welcome to Generation Artax. I'm Terri, and I have a new lip color on. Hello. You know me and my lip stuff.
I'm Kim. This is my first day back to the land of the living after what must have been the flu. And here I am. Makeup is makeuping hard.
Yes. It's doing a lot of heavy lifting today.
Yep.
And I'm Lori, and I'm excited for my unrelated questions later.
Ooh, so am I.
That gives us
You have
something
good
to look
questions.
forward to. I like that.
Okay, go. Kim.
What?
Okay.
Go. That's not how we do it.
Go. I think we need to be very clear to everyone.
Podcast.
And podcast, go. We
Start
do not
podcasting.
write, I think it's important to say, part of our creative
Okay.
process. Everyone has a different process. We do not write our episodes ahead. We do not title them ahead. It is, you're watching a real-time creative project. We have no fucking idea what's going to happen at the end of this.
Yes.
But if you
The-
like what
the
you've heard
most
so
organic.
far, please follow, rate, and review. It makes a big difference. We are very new. We are strapping like no one's ever strapped. And it matters if you just click the follow button. Honestly, we don't expect you to listen to every single one. Just follow it anyway. Thank you. Bye.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you would skip any, though.
No, they're so good, though. I don't know why you'd skip it either.
No bias.
No bias.
All right.
This podcast is amazing.
Do you want to
Yeah.
jump into my journey? Do you want to take a journey with me?
I do want to take a journey with you back to when?
To January 21st, 1992. It's a Tuesday. I am a sophomore in high school. And I just want to say, as I was reading this, I was laughing to myself. I am mortified by this for lots of reasons, for lots of different levels. But I'm trying to have compassion for this young high school girl. And also,
You said you never get embarrassed.
No, there's a reason why you write these things in your diary and you don't say them out loud. So,
Right. Correct.
and
Yes.
you know, I never expected to tell anybody any of this. Okay.
Hmm.
There's so much that I want to write about today. First, I'll give you the background. I think I hadn't written in a while. You know, Justin and I were together for a long time. I broke up with him on January 1st. It was sad. We both cried for days and days. He then decided
January
that the
1st.
whole, what?
January 1st.
It's rough. It's a fresh start.
Do you reference, like, in this
Yeah.
entry what happened on New Year's Eve?
I had a bunch of people over, including him and his friends, and we broke up so often. I'm saying that we broke up here. But we have broken up probably 10 other times in the last like year and a half, whatever. I don't know. We both
Okay.
cried for days and days. He then decided that the whole deal was ridiculous because we still liked each other and he wasn't giving up on me. As he kept telling me that, it only got me more upset. The reason I did it was because I thought we needed more freedom to go out with other people because there are so many fish in the sea. So I struggled because I was like, you're only in high school
Wow.
once. And I think that was like his
And
reason.
you're right.
What?
And you're right.
I know. I struggled with that being like, ugh, this is only going to last so long. I feel like we should date other people. But then whenever he kind of broke it off, because we kind of took turns, was because someone else liked him. And he was like, oh, I mean, am I supposed to be dating other people? Like it was all just, we both were really,
So it was whoever was the one, the man up, whoever was getting interest, all of a sudden wants freedom.
well, sometimes I just wanted the freedom not having interest. But anyway, then there's another guy, Jay. He's from Del Barton and he used to go. Okay. He's another guy. He was on again, off again. When I broke up with Justin the other week, Jay stepped back into the picture as, quote, Mr. Romance, telling my friends of his new determination to go out with me. Anyway, this all
I
sounds
remember.
what?
I remember.
Anyway, this all sounds very flattering considering that they're the nicest, best looking guys I know.
Wow.
It's true.
Hold
though.
on. Take a good look.
Dog.
Take a good look. They're very handsome.
I
They're
know.
I
very-
mean, It sounds like I'm full of myself just because these are the best guys in the world and they both want me.
But I think it's gratitude. She likes what she has. Maybe everyone thought
I
they
know. I'm just kidding.
They were very attractive. Okay. But
they were very attractive.
Yeah.
They were actually very attractive.
Mm-hmm.
I can't picture Jay, but go on.
Really?
J. Co. That's weird.
Wait, it was J. Co?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who do you think she was talking about?
Edit out. I thought
will.
there might have been another J. Okay. I
Jay
thought it might have been J.
I
Co,
didn't
but Jay
date Jay Lee. That was Justin's best friend.
No.
Oh, J. Co. Yes. Okay. I'm thinking it's his best friend, Jay Lee. No, J. Co. I remember. The Filipino tribe. Yeah.
No, so Jay was a year ahead of us. He went to a different school than Justin.
Okay.
Anyway,
he was incredibly handsome.
I mean, they both were.
I know,
He's
but
Jay,
Jay,
Filipino, right?
Mm-hmm.
he looked like a model, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, this all sounds very flattering considering that they're the nicest, best looking guys I know, which it was at first. This dream state of luckiness that I was in didn't last. There were nights and nights of tears for 2 weeks. I cried because of the pressure of the two of them put on me. I cried when they each called crying, not wanting to be just one of the fish in my sea.
Oh my God.
Wow.
They were too possessive, and they made me feel worse than I've been in a long time. Some of my friends, this is the best, some of my friends didn't even want to listen to this problem, complaining that they didn't even have one boyfriend. This just got me more upset because I was further from happiness than any of them.
Oh, wow. I see now why you were embarrassed while reading it.
Well, I didn't say this to anybody. But okay, this past weekend,
Wow.
in an attempt to balance things
Right.
out, I decided to go out with Jay one night, Justin the next, and my friends the next.
Wow.
Before I knew it,
Bachelorette.
yeah,
This is
basically.
the original.
Oh, that's actually funny that you say that. Hold on. Justin and Jay were looking. Before I knew it, Justin and Jay were booking my free nights for weeks ahead. I got asked to go to the movies to see Beauty and the Beast 3 weeks from Saturday. And that's the cartoon, by the way. They were booking me out.
What else would it be?
I don't know. They were booking me out and panicking me. It was really getting ridiculous, and my happiness only lessened with time. Then came the War of the Roses. Okay.
Wow. Was that movie was out then? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Friday night, I
Wow.
went with Jay and his friends to headquarters where we were going to see a movie, but it was sold out. So we just walked around. Jay was directing me into a floral shop. He bought me a red rose. It was sweet, but he goes a little bit overboard in the romance department. He opened every door for me, pulled out every chair for me, bought me a Coke and a pack of gum, and so on.
I bought you a Coke.
What a big spender.
It was almost crazy. Definitely not what I'm used to. The next night, Saturday, I went to the mall in a movie with Justin. At the mall, Justin sat me down on a ledge by a waterfall and told me to turn my head towards the left. A few minutes later, a dozen red roses appeared before my eyes.
Okay.
Sorry.
I love we're picturing like a waterfall. This is just like one of those
In
little
the
water
mall.
features in the mall.
It's a
right?
fountain.
A water
it's a mall
feature.
fountain.
It's a fountain. It's not a waterfall.
Yeah,
a waterfall.
Also, a dozen roses is expensive.
I
Yeah, but it's really
know.
bad that she says that Jay blew her away because all of this being spoiled by endless soda and gum was like not what she was used to. It was like, whoa, Justin was cheap.
I think it was the
it
opening of
wasn't,
the
though.
door and all that stuff.
Yeah, it was the
That
over
part.
over the
It was
top
too
chivalry.
much.
The chivalry
Got
was
it.
over the top.
Okay.
But then he pulls out a dozen red roses. I turned around to his grin. He asked for a hug and later told me that the expression on my face when I saw the dozen roses was worth a million roses. I almost cried, partly because it was sweet, partly because I was confused, partly because I was happy, partly because I missed what it was like to be able to be called his girlfriend, partly because I
Wow, it's a lot of parts. It's a lot of emotion.
Sorry. Partly because I appreciate the treatment I'd been getting, and mostly because I knew, as the song tells me, I was just a teenager in love.
Wow, we just went back to
50 song.
1955.
I
That's
loved it.
amazing.
Wow.
Justin
She's like so
doesn't-
self-aware that she's a teenager in love.
I know. Justin doesn't open every door for me, nor does he pull out my chair, but he's been my best friend for a long time. Justin and I talk like best friends. We support each other. We constantly laugh together. We share secrets and problems. We tell each other stories, and we always have fun. Anyway, I'm back together with Justin.
Is that the
How
same
many
entry?
weeks later is that?
I'm
Is that
still in the same entry.
Oh, okay.
I've
Okay,
had the
so
time.
that was like a day
This is all
later.
updating. Right. Got it.
Oh no, you're updating, but I'm just wondering how much time passed between the breakup on January 1st and getting back together.
I mean, this entry is January 21st.
Okay,
Oh,
so it
right.
took around
So
we're
it was
looking
like-
exactly the time. Yeah.
A few weeks.
Wait. So did you get to see Beauty and the Beast with Jay, or
It just said that one of them had booked the Beauty and the Beast. I don't know which one.
you said Jay did? I thought you
did?
said.
Oh, then maybe
Yeah.
not.
And do you remember going to see Beauty and the Beast?
Not if she got back with Justin.
No, I don't.
Well,
think
that's what I'm saying.
so.
Does she remember seeing it at all?
I don't know. I've seen it. I know
Oh.
it. I don't know. I've had the time of my life with him and my friends together and separately. I've learned that.
I've had
I
the time of my life.
Never felt this way.
Well, yeah. I've learned that there are other nice guys, but none are Justin. I've learned not to risk the loss of a good thing, never to jeopardize a relationship for dreams of a better happiness that doesn't exist. I don't know.
I don't feel about that at all.
Nothing better
I don't
than
like that.
the high school boyfriend
Not
that
even
doesn't exist.
true. Not even true. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe I'm foolish to not be free during this time, but I figure if I'm this happy, I should hang on to what I have until I no longer want it. Teenagers are supposed to be unsure and confused. I'm just trying to make the best of these over-emotional years. I want to enjoy them because they won't last forever.
Jesus.
Wow.
So enlightened.
Yeah.
Very.
This is
But
like
I mean,
you from the future being like, you should have fun. You know, I don't know.
yeah, but you
It's just-
were having fun, right? It'd be one thing if you were like with this horrible boyfriend who just
right.
no one will love you like I do and like made you feel like I have to be with him, but you really genuinely loved him. Like you loved
Yeah.
you enjoyed the time. It wasn't like, fine, I have to be someone's girlfriend. Like
No,
you
no,
were
no.
never like that. You were
No,
never
No,
like that.
that is like, go ahead.
I did like Jay too, though. Like he is a very good guy. I just like
Yeah,
is a
but it was
universe-
hard to beat. Hard to beat, Justin. He was in there for the fabric of the time. Jay was like a waltzing in.
Yeah.
You know,
I
it
thought
wasn't-
you never actually liked Jay. You just felt like you
Yeah.
should.
Yes, I didn't think you liked him really either.
I feel
Not
like
that he
you-
wasn't a wonderful, beautiful man, but I
Right.
that was like a but he's so great moment.
I think
I felt
we-
like he was always more interested than you were in him.
but I also
And that imbalance was very clear.
he dated plenty of other people, so I think we had a similar thing towards each other. Like we liked each other, but maybe just not enough. I do think he was the same way. It's
Yeah.
not like he sat around waiting for me. I mean, he dated
Right.
plenty of people.
Listen,
No.
it's fun. The battle's fun, the competition, but what I see in there that does hurt my heart a little is a girl who has an enviable problem, but she doesn't want to be booked out for week. Like there is still that obligatory, but he wants to go. You know,
Yeah.
you weren't like, no, I'm not seeing any of you jokers for another 6 weeks. Give me like at least a month. Like, oh, but he asked me. And that's just built into the culture. That's not your fault. But I'm just saying, like, you were like stressed out. And while everyone could be like, oh, I'm fucking so sorry for you with so many hot guys who want to be with you. But the fact is, we think that default is you shouldn't want anything else. When
No.
really you just wanted time alone.
There were a lot
Well,
of
it's not like
tears.
anybody.
Nobody
It's
forced
also like
me.
who you talk to.
Yeah.
Right. It's, obviously it is hard to talk about it with your friends if they do feel jealous that you're in that place and there's someone else.
It's hard to
necessarily-
sympathize.
Right. But it's not like anybody watched The Notebook and we're like, ooh, so sorry that both Noah and
Right,
the
right,
guy
right.
like you.
It's a
Right.
great
You know,
problem
you're
to
into it.
have. It's a
Yeah.
great problem to have, but it's still a problem. And you're struggling with trying to understand
Right.
who you are and what you want. And the idea of, but you got to pick a boyfriend, so pick one,
Yeah.
is annoying to me.
And then it was a constant, but I'm in high school. Aren't I supposed to not date just one person, even though I really like one more than the other? It was,
I
but we
know.
did stay together for most of high school. It wasn't a back and forth
Yeah.
constantly, but it was just, if I could go back, and redo, like, one of those situations where you wake up and you are a freshman in high school again and you have to just live, I would have stayed with Justin and let it run its course through like the end of junior year, which it did. Because then there
That's what
were
happened.
lessons in when I dated Adam after too and everything that I wouldn't trade, but like I would have just stayed with him. All the back and forth, it was a lot of like nonsense.
But it was drama, and there's a need for that drama. It's like a hormonally fueled thing. You don't want steady. You want steadiness now, but you
Yeah.
didn't want it then.
think
That
that's hard to say.
excitement and that drama is a happening. It also signals importance, value. Like, oh, I'm important. Or this is
I
important.
don't think she did like that drama at all. She sounded like
Yeah,
she
but
was
it was
crying
happening.
a
The
lot.
guys wanted it.
Yeah,
What?
someone
What?
wanted it. I was crying a lot. And like I can understand saying I don't remember any of my friends being like, I don't want to hear it. I don't think anybody said that. But like I am sure I was like kind of didn't want to talk about it, but I was crying all the time.
Right.
And that's what you talk
I mean,
about.
that's
with
a
your
lot of
friends.
pressure because they were saying, but it's a land grab. Sorry. It's like, well, who's going to get her? It just sucks because
Yeah.
like you didn't necessarily want, you were like, can't I just kind of be open and be a free agent? No,
That
Nope,
was
you have to
not a
pick one.
thing. No, you couldn't just
No,
be a free
no.
agent. And then when I tried, there was a War of the Roses, and then I felt like torn again.
That's
Yeah,
not when. That's
great.
not what happens. That's not what at all. What War of the Roses?
War of
is
the
about.
Roses is a married
No, I
couple
know,
hating
I
each
know.
other. Okay.
Do you?
Because they kind of murder each other in the end.
The adult couple that like they're divorcing.
Not just any couple. It's that movie had the prime
Catherine-
trio at the time.
Yeah,
It was Kathleen Turner, and Michael
Kathleen
Douglas.
Turner, Michael Douglas with Danny DeVito in it.
Yeah.
He was a lawyer.
no, but I mean, like the one bought me the rose, and then the next night it was the dozen roses.
Yeah.
And by the way,
It was.
I hate flowers.
I know. I'm like, what do I do with this?
Yeah, I hate flowers.
I hate
There's
them-
nothing
I
to
hate
do
them
with
now.
them. Like,
There's
okay,
nothing
they're
to do with
nice
them.
for a second, but I'm like, I don't keep plants alive well, and
You're
Well,
not supposed to keep them alive.
You're not. But then they just literally are like, here, this is a dismembered thing. Watch it die.
yeah.
Why
No,
is that
I like
my
flowers.
emblem? Do you really?
I do. I think
They
they're
look
very
nice.
pretty.
I just don't want them in my house. I think they smell like a funeral home.
I
They
think
get
they
dirty
smell like a
water.
funeral home.
They
All
don't- I
I
flowers.
think it
No.
smells like death.
No.
It smells like death. It's a dismembered limb of a plant, and then you have to watch it rot in your house. Why do I want that as the symbol of love?
Oh my God,
Also,
no
then
one
my
else
cats
has
get
said
at
that.
it.
I didn't know that you thought that. I think all flowers smell like funeral homes.
I think lilies smell like funeral homes.
I did date the son of a funeral home director, so of course I spent a lot of time in funeral homes.
See, so
But
you
I
would
think
know.
they smell like death. You've been to a
Mhm.
lot of wakes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. It doesn't smell familiar.
No.
I don't know where to put them. I have cats.
God.
This is a bad idea. Just buy me a steak dinner.
You don't like flowers as gifts.
Correct.
Okay. You're not like you just hate flowers.
No, I know. I don't hate
No.
them, but I don't love how they smell. Then there's bees around. Like I could do without them, really. I don't need them in my immediate vicinity. They're pretty to look at. I mean, I went out to Amsterdam to whatever that is where the tulips are. I'm forgetting.
I will say I like them for like the first night that they're on the counter. They're pretty, and then I'm like,
And then they start to rot.
then they rot and fall apart and disintegrate.
Then you have to clean it up.
And the water in the vase is really like
It's
sad.
gross. It's so
You're
gross. It
supposed
smells
to
bad.
replace it.
Every time you dump it, it smells so bad. It's death water. Keep your death water.
I don't need to get roses or any kind of flowers, but I do like them.
Okay.
You
lot.
like have plants. You have like hyacinth or what are they
Yeah.
called? Hydrangeas. Lori has like a hydrangeas in her backyard.
Yeah.
I do have hydrangeas.
But we don't have, listen, you two don't like or care about clothing, shoes, bags.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a shit about flowers. We all have our
He doesn't
things.
give a shit about flowers.
I would rather have chocolate. I mean, why wouldn't you want chocolate? It's so delicious.
Mm.
Something I can
You like
experience.
Dubai chocolate?
Yeah.
It's all the rage right now.
I tried it for
Yeah, I
the first
know.
time. My friend Stacy had it, and it was delicious.
I really
You
like it.
But it's always with
Yeah.
milk chocolate.
Yeah,
Mm.
dark
Too sweet.
chocolate would be better. I feel like
Be
the one
better.
she had was dark chocolate.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, dark chocolate and pistachio. That's like can't be beat.
Mm.
It's pretty good. Yeah. I'm not like obsessed over it. I don't want to be because I'm trying to control my intake.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Anyway.
So how
that
do you
was-
feel? But how did you feel? Can I ask now? Flash forward when you were, obviously you knew you wanted to get married. You really were never without a boyfriend, correct?
We've talked about this.
Not
She's
correct.
just-
Okay.
She's kind of a serial monogamous.
She's
She
serial
was
monogamous.
definitely
Correct,
Kim.
No, when Andy went to Ireland that whole semester at college, I dated a whole bunch of people.
You did. Okay.
So
I just wanna make sure you got that.
And that whole
between
summer.
fifth-
So that was almost a year. You know?
Okay. Good.
What do you think that was the longest stretch other than that one time
That was it.
That 1 year.
from
That
fifth
was that
grade?
1 year.
From fifth grade
From
to now,
fifth grade to now.
less than 1 year, you were single.
Yeah, but I mean, in like those.
Okay, you're not a serial monogamist.
I
Okay.
mean, in those grade school years, I mean, it would be like for 6 months.
Grade school? You're a child. Listen,
Okay.
you were going steady in 5th grade.
Okay. And then high school, it was like Justin, Adam. And then in college, it was Andy. And then a big break. And then Joe.
Big break.
Wow.
Right.
That is
But like, why wouldn't that count as being a serial monogamist?
Okay. I didn't
Three-
say I wasn't. I just like feel like it's not a negative thing because it's
It's
never
not a
gotten in the way of
negative.
my friendships or
I
anything.
didn't. I
No,
don't think.
serial monogamous is
not
not
a
like
negative
serial
thing.
killer. It's
It
not like you're
feels it.
killing all of your other relationships. No,
Yeah,
serial
I don't
monogamous just
think it
means you
was-
prefer to be with one
Yes, it's a
person,
preference.
another person.
Yeah.
It's a preference. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like to date a million people. That's for sure.
I don't like to date a million people, and the only reason I wasn't a serial monogamist is because I just kept having not great boyfriends, and therefore we would break up. But if it were my choice, I would have
Yeah,
been
of course,
a
you
serial
would have done
monogamist.
that.
Yeah.
I've basically been single more years than not. I've
For
had
sure
a few
you
years
have,
here and
yeah.
there. I've been single my whole life, but there's not one part of me that's sad about it.
No.
I never joke about it. Like, well, you know, as a single, it was always like a choice.
Yeah. It's always
It
your
was
choice.
a choice.
Yeah.
It was a choice, and I was always glad about it. I would get so sick of it and then be like, oh.
Did
And
I sound
now
like the
I'm back
biggest
to it.
Yeah.
You sound like the biggest what?
smoker ever when I was like laughing?
Yeah, you do sound bad.
What do you mean you're back to it?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like when I first came out 2 years ago, almost 2 years. It won't be 2 years until the spring. It's still only like a year and a half. A year and a half.
That's
my
nuts.
entire life changed. That's nuts. I've had like 3 relationships. I've dated a bunch of people. Like I had a renaissance. I had a sexual renaissance.
Yeah.
And I learned so much in a very short period of time. I dated more people in the past year and a half than I had in maybe the 20 years before that. I'm serious.
Really?
yeah. Your
Well,
time is warpy for
Something
you.
like that.
Time is very
Certainly
warpy.
in my time in New York.
Yeah.
Time is very warpy. I didn't drink. I didn't watch scary movies. And I didn't have sex. I didn't do anything when I was young. And then as I got older, when I was 40 something, I discovered tequila. I never drank much at all. And then I don't do it much anymore at all. But I discovered tequila in my 40s. I was like, this stuff is a magic. And then I was like, why don't we just date? Like it was just kind of, why don't we just do all the fun things? I am a reverse child.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for you to fall in love with roller coasters.
Oh yeah, no. And no, and I like scary movies, spicy food. My whole life changed.
When did you didn't like scary movies at all? Like
No,
would you
as a
remember-
kid, I would not be in a room watching Friday the 13th. Like I was like, no, I wouldn't watch anything like that. And as I got older, I noticed my tolerance for fear and spice increased.
Oh, they seem
Interesting.
related.
Yeah.
They do. I could handle heat and terror.
When did you start? Like what's the first scary movie in any of the scary genres?
Okay, I went through a
Psychological-
spell. I went through a spell in my early 30s, late 20s, where Netflix started and you would order this DVDs and you get those red envelopes and you would go through the catalog. I don't even remember where we saw the catalog. Was it
Right.
online? Did we have online? But you would like pick out the
No.
things you wanted. And I started being drawn to like darker themed movies. In the Blockbuster days, you would go and get the movies you knew kind of like, let's watch
No,
this one
actually,
together.
it was the Blockbuster days in elementary school that Beth and I would walk to rent movies in the Roseland DVD or the Roseland VCR
Yeah.
place. And we always got scary movies. And then I fell away from them. I don't have use for scary movies anymore. But we
Oh
watched
my
them
God, I
all.
love them now. I love them now. One of the first ones, not first, but I noticed that I was getting all sci-fi horror, which is really weird. Like
Mhm.
but like one of the ones I remember from way back, like literally 20 years ago, was watching this movie called Ghost Ship.
Oh, you've
Where,
talked
like,
about that.
oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember being like the opening scene of that, and it's literally the opening scene.
Yeah.
They get, what do you call it? Like laundry
Jump
line?
scare? Oh,
No,
what?
what's it called when you're like you hit it? What's it called? Fuck. Wait.
What?
No idea what you're talking
Clotheslined.
Clotheslined. An
Oh.
entire ship of people gets clotheslined. Someone ties this sharp like wire and it slices through the entire crowd of people. And they showed it with people's bodies just like sliding. I'd never seen anything like it. And I was like,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. And I just couldn't get enough. I'd rent 3 at a time and
my
just
God.
watch them alone and watch a lot of unsolved mysteries. I was really drawn to that. And then I never stopped being drawn to it. Like if I'm going to sit down and watch a movie, I want to watch something that's fucked up. Hey, it's Terri from Generation Artax. And listen, I love a good story. Who doesn't? If you didn't, you wouldn't bother with books, TV, movies, or even podcasts. We love listening to stories, but there's also something really powerful about writing your own. You may see yourself as a reader or a listener, and maybe you wouldn't dare call yourself a writer. But here's the truth. If you can read, you can write. If there's something you would love to write, share, or get out there, there is no better or safer place to do it than this little program I run called the New Rules Studio, or Studio for short. It's a live, virtual, real-time writing space led by certified instructors where you get to explore your own ideas, your own creativity, memories, stories without judgment or criticism. Since you're a listener of this podcast, I would like to invite you to come write with me for free. You can get the invite at territrispicio.com/write with me. That's territrispicio.com/write with me.
La 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 la.
Yeah.
Ghost Ship got 14% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh my God.
About as low as I've ever seen.
That's
Wow.
great.
I thought it was best. I thought it was interesting.
And that's
Because
like, that
the
was
ship
your
goes away.
gateway.
It was the
Wow.
gateway because that ship goes off everyone's record and they don't know what happened. And then they find the recording of what happened. It's like the ship went to like hell and back, literally. I was just like,
Oh.
I'm into it. I'm into it.
That was sort of like Event Horizon.
That's,
A little bit going to hell and back.
oh, sorry. Event Horizon is the one where they go to hell and back. Ghost Ship is when they are all clotheslined. Sorry. Yes. Event Horizon was one of the first ones. Did you like that?
I did, but
I've never seen that either.
it sat with me a lot. This idea
I
that
don't like that.
just that they basically cross over through a black hole and then it comes back somehow. The ship reappears after being completely missing in space.
Mm-hmm.
And then they find a video that shows that they went into a black hole of some sort. And then when the ship reappears, everybody's gone.
Okay.
And when they watch that video of them going in, then you see them all start to go crazy and like start tearing their own flesh out and freaking
Crazy.
out.
Mhm.
Oh.
It's so,
Yeah, it
it's
messed me up a
so
little bit.
awful.
Yeah, I
It's
really
so awful.
I don't even like watching murder stuff. Like I just don't really have an appetite for it anymore.
I mean, there's so much horror in the world. I get it. But
Yeah.
I still think people go, well, just watch the news. No, that's real shit.
Well, I
Of course,
don't-
that's a different mindset. Watching the imagined dark storytelling is not the news. I'm sorry. They're different. The news might
Completely
inspire
different.
that.
Of course, you
but
can't
the-
compare.
You can't, people do say that. Like, I don't need to watch horror. The world's scary enough. I was like, that's not why I watch horror. Of
No.
course, I could scare the crap out of myself watching the news all day and night. I don't do that. But watching something like, say, a movie that just came out last year, Weapons. I didn't know what it was about. I just was like, is this scary? And then I was just, I was blown away by it. I just think it's fun to watch something where you're like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
I
weird
can
one.
see that.
So Terry, you never watched like Kim and I did, like the Poltergeists.
Oh, I did. I watched it with you guys, but it really kind of fucked me up. I was like, I wasn't ready for more. After that, I was like, I don't want to watch anything. I didn't want to watch people. I hate slasher stuff. The ghost stuff was creepy, and I was right in there with you with the Poltergeist. But what's
Poltergeist
another movie
2.
that you guys watched?
Poltergeist 2 is the best. I mean, it goes so deep. I really tend to like sequels more. Grease 2, Frozen 2. I always
You're like the only one. You like
I
the second
know.
one better?
yeah.
You're the literal
Poltergeist,
only one.
Poltergeist 2, what? You know what, though? I feel like they're both so scary in different ways. There were so many almost shot-for-shot references in Stranger Things to Poltergeist in season
Yes.
5
Yes.
that I was just like,
Yeah, there's a
so
lot.
happy.
Yeah.
yeah,
So happy.
so many very clear nods.
Very
Yeah.
clear.
All those
Um,
people working on that show watched all those movies.
Right.
They grew up with them.
what I loved about the first one over the second one is that you almost never actually see, any what's on the other side.
Poltergeist we're
And-
talking about.
Like we're talking
The
about
first one?
Poltergeist. Poltergeist
Mhm.
1,
Mhm.
you almost never see what's on the other side. It's all audio, and you just
Mhm.
can't get scarier than your own imagination. It's what
Right.
you don't
Yes.
see. That's scary. No matter how scary something is, once you see it, you're like,
Well, there
is
it is.
that scary?
Yeah.
What? That's why they don't show the monster right away, because it always is
Right.
like,
Like Graham walked in the room, we're watching Stranger Things. He's like, the Demogorgon comes out, and he's like, it's got a flower face. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, it does look like a flower.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
it's only
know.
scary when it's closed. I can literally even just listen to Tangina's long speech explaining, here's who he is, here's what's happening, here's what's going on with your daughter. And it's almost, most of it is just a shot on the mom's face, just horrified and crying and staring at her.
Like, all right, give it to us. Give us the monologue.
God, I'm not going to get it all. I
some
can
of it.
remember moments of it, like when she's like, "Oh God." Shit, I'm not going to get it in order. I'm going to get this all out of order.
No, I just want to hear like the fabric of her voice.
The one that comes out when she's like, he lies to her. He tells her only thing a child can understand.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That's the one. And then the part before that, and she's like, and she can only hear the sound of her mother's voice. It's so sad.
Oh my God.
And then she starts crying.
Oh
God.
No.
Yeah. And
Okay,
she's
wait.
like, this is, oh yeah, wait, what'd she say? He's, oh yes. To her, it's just another child.
yeah.
But to us, he is the beast.
Oh my God, so good.
Oh my God.
I get chills.
Tangina.
What about the scene?
Tangina.
I don't remember if it's before or after Tangina. I don't know. It was when they had the other psychic woman with the red hair who's like going gray.
Yeah.
And she's terrified. And they're like, and it moves through the house and you see this ghost walking down the stairs. Remember, like they're from another era. And it's like, dun, 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 dun. Is that the part?
Yeah.
No, it's a different song. What song is it when they're walking down? It's almost like a festive, weird, like 2 centuries ago.
It is that song.
Maybe you're right. It is. It just has
it's a
other
different
sounds in
version.
it.
It's something behind it that makes it sound like in minor or something. Go ahead.
Yes. And then they're like, whoosh, and then she's like, and I remember like, I can smell her.
Oh God.
She went through my soul.
She went through my soul. Smell her. Can you smell her? It's like, yes, I can smell her. That was fucking like I just got chills just thinking about it now.
I know. And then
So
the
good.
daughters in the background like this.
Yeah.
Like
Like
losing her
breakdown.
She's having a nervous breakdown. That one.
She is that. Understandably.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so good. Just the sound of it when you're like, just that sound of that movie at that time, it was all sound.
It had
But
a
then
lot of that.
I don't remember Poltergeist too much.
Oh. Well,
I
Poltergeist
just remember
2,
like, you're gonna die in there.
all of you're gonna die. Yeah. Kim and I always were like,
And then he goes,
God is in the
sad to
holy
say.
temple.
But like, what was he? I forget. But I just know that don't they go into the other dimension in that one?
that's him. Actually, that's what Taylor comes out and says. He's like, that was him. Like, he comes in a lot of forms. He's like, that was him. That was the actual man that brought everyone into the cave and trapped their bodies and then trapped their souls. I don't know how he did that part, but
don't they go into another dimension during that? They see it.
He never lets them cross over. He's this true evil soul. He lured everyone. He said the end of the world was coming and had them all go into a cave and sealed them in.
Typical cult behavior.
Right. And then when the end of the world came and gone, he wouldn't let them leave. Yeah. That's because the mom had crossed over to get Carol Ann. She then had psychic abilities or heightened psychic abilities then, so she could tell the story what happened.
My favorite though was go ahead.
A visceral memory of the first one where they pull her back in the rope with the wetness on it. They're pulling it back with that rope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, but in the second Poltergeist, when the grandmother was there and she's like, I'm always here when you need me, or just call me when you need me, or whatever, and then she dies that night. And then when they're on the other side trying to find Carol Ann, and then she comes out like an angel and she kind of like guides her out and she's like, you could always, or she was like, Mama.
Because,
oh my God.
Well, Cain let go of him. Taylor put a sword into the hole The dad grabbed, well, it's a special Native American something or other, stabs Kane. He goes flying, but because and then Carol Ann just goes into the light. She just floats off into the light.
Yeah.
And so the grandmother takes her out and brings her back.
Yes.
Now, that's my only complaint of the whole movie is how fucking cheesy Carol Ann is when she comes out of the light and gets brought back to her mom. It's terrible. It's because she's just getting a little bit too old and she's trying to act.
Yeah.
Where when she was younger, it was fine.
Yeah.
She literally comes out and she's like, to her mom, like huge cheesy smile. I was like, damn it. But one of the best parts of that movie is the beginning after the grandmother dies and they're in the diner because something scary happened and they don't know where to fucking go. And they're
oh my God, someone dropped something and channels
Yes.
through someone.
It was like that woman who was like talking with her friend and like she had this all nasal voice and everything. And then all of a sudden she drops the cup. She looks at her and she walks up to her and she's the grandmother speaking through this woman.
Right.
Oh, it was so good. And she's like, you got to fight this thing.
Yes. You've got to fight this thing. Stay close together. It was like, stay together.
Oh, yeah. Beloved, be brave. And she's like, Mama, I'm not your mother, lady.
I'm not your mama, lady. Oh my God.
God,
Wow, these are some classics. This is some classic stuff.
But Poltergeist 3 kind of messed me up. I only saw it a couple times, and it was not in the same theme at all.
Don't know if I've seen that.
What? I would assume you both had seen it.
I don't know if I knew there was a 3.
And Carol Ann, the actress, died before the movie finished. So it ends the movie with them just like holding her, and it's like someone else.
Yeah, it's real weird.
She looked sick. Saw it. Wait, I did see it. She looked sick in that movie. Like
she was swollen.
She was very sick.
She was sick. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, that movie's cursed. You know, a lot of those people.
Yeah.
No, actually, though.
Deaths.
Yeah.
I think that woman who was on that Morbid episode.
Oh, no, it was her. Yeah. It was the daughter, the one who was losing her mind in the movie. She was murdered
really?
by her boyfriend. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not what I'm talking about. Sorry.
Okay.
Did they do a special on Poltergeist? They should. I never know. Anyway, you think they would actually, because no, they had the guest on one day, that woman who can see those like dark.
Yes, that messed me up. Dark entities that attach to people.
And they attach to places. And when they're doing movies like that, particularly at locations that could be haunted, like old hotels or whatever, or that are famous for that, she has to come and cleanse the set.
Yes.
Because often when they're making movies like that, it like gravitates, it like brings that energy in and can really mess up the film. And I think she kind of alluded to Poltergeist in her interview. About
I have heard other documentaries about how fucked up. There's curses on several movies though, not even just that. I mean, even like Rosemary's Baby, and there's a bunch where it was, it's like you're dealing with some dark shit. I'm not trying to be involved in that. But I will watch them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. But I did watch the Nightmare on Elm Streets.
Yes.
And Gordy and I have bonded over this, that we both watched Nightmare on Elm Street too young. And like, I
too young.
I could not close my eyes in certain situations for, I feel like, over a year.
Oh.
I didn't want to close my eyes in the shower. And I didn't even if I washed my face in the sink, I want to get my eyes open as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
All from that one scene where she falls asleep in the bathtub and then he pulls her under.
Yeah.
And then like there's no bottom and it's like you just see like a square of water on top and all blackness and he's just pulling her down deeper and deeper.
It's terrifying.
God.
It is horrible. You cannot get those images out of your head.
And they're really cheesy. I think if you go back and watch it, some of them are silly maybe. I kind of want to rewatch them.
First of all,
you were little
years ago.
I was little.
Years ago. Like, I mean, it doesn't have to be great quality to strike fear in your heart. That's why I was so fucked up in the Twilight Zone. I used to watch those. They used to play them. Well, they still do play them all day on like January 1st. There'll be like a channel that just plays them all the time. But I watched them, and watching those Twilight shows were the grandmother of every movie. Right. There's not a plot. It all came from that stuff.
Right.
When I watch it, I was like, what if that happened? You were trapped in a nightmare, or you're like, why can't I get home? And it zooms out and you're in a toy train and you're in a town. You're not
Oh,
gonna
I
leave.
saw that one.
Oh, I mean, that gave birth to Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Like, it's all those things,
It's all the
right? It's
same, yeah.
always, they all are ideas of ideas of ideas, but that Twilight Zone really was fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
What would you say is like, if you had to name one of the scariest movies? Someone's like, I want to be
As a kid, that changed your ability to sort of think and function normally. That one where you
I
can
was
watch
going to
your
say
face.
including now, up to now,
Oh, now?
which I know
I'm a
people
calloused.
have.
I'm a calloused older woman now. Things don't stick as much.
I don't know. Nothing is occurring to me.
Nothing scares you? You're not afraid?
No, I mean, they did scare me, but I can't think of anything that really stuck. My processing is a little slow right now.
It's more like I'll find myself in situations and I go, we're in a genre of a horror movie. Because my friend Kimmy and I watch a lot of that stuff. There's a whole genre of just Airbnb horrors where they rent out. That's it. We've watched so many of them with like, we're in the house, let's go away for the weekend, and crazy shit happens. Like there's movie after movie like that. So whenever I go away, I'm like, like, are we in a movie? Like all of that stuff. Then there's all, home invasion movies. Then there's The Real Monster is a Woman movie. Like there's so many of them that I like to watch them with Kim because we can like intellectualize them and be like, see this happens. It helps me. It gives me a tool to think through them with.
You're like seeking out the tropes.
Yeah, because we were looking to watch. I watch a lot of them. And at the heart of them all is always grief. There's always the loss of a partner, the loss of a mother, the loss of a child, and then horrors spin out. But the real horror is not the ghost or the monster. The horror is always this loss that precedes it every time. So to me, the real fears are loss, death, aging. Those are the same things.
Same
every
themes.
time.
Well, what about Netflix was A Haunting of Hill House? That was one of my favorites. I should
so good.
rewatch that. One of my favorites.
I should rewatch it too.
I just remember loving it so deeply.
But you said you like scary stuff.
I know.
But it's
I don't know. I love that.
storytelling.
Actually, American Horror Story, the very first season is the only one, the ghost one.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I loved it. I love the ghost stuff, but all the seasons after, when it got into torture, I couldn't watch them.
It got really, really bad. It's Ryan Murphy, man. It's like grisly, eroticized torture and horror in a way that one of them, I watched almost all of them. And then one of them, I was like, it was awful. It was horror and political. It was like 2016 or 17. And it was fear of that, which blended it in a way that made it too real and gratuitous torture of people. And I was like, this is too much.
I can't watch torture. I can't watch torture. That's why I like the ghost
Did you not watch Saw?
No,
I didn't.
Nope. I can't watch torture.
I started, and that kind of disturbing I'm not into it. And so I never watched it. And then someone at work told me that he was only doing that to really bad people. So it had a Dexter.
That's right.
twist.
No, there is a
know
logic to it. No, there's a logic to it, which is why it's Kimmy's favorite movie. Her favorite movie is Saw.
Wow.
And she's like, because it's not random slashings the way you think. They are there and being put in a situation because of something they did. So for Kimmy, in her mind, she's like, I can justify because I'm not going to do that. I like to watch things about places I'm never going to be. Right. So if there's horror on a ghost ship, I'm not going on a boat. Right. There's horrors in the deep jungle. Nope. I'll watch about houses, not apartments. Like I live in an apartment. That's why when I'm at your houses, I'm like, oh God, like I think it's kind of scary to be in a house. That's where all the horror movies happen, are houses.
But
that's funny.
Kim, did you
not in one bedrooms?
That's true.
I had to read The Haunting of Hill House in high school.
Oh. You did?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a book.
Oh.
That's how uneducated I am on that. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's from 1959. Yeah, and then so it was weird. So I had read that book, and then I think the first movie, they had a lot of different movies. Or like redoing
Yeah, it's been done and done over and over.
Oh my
but
God,
the
I
one
didn't
we
even know
had.
that. So clueless. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
So they just would have different names. One In 1963, there was a version called The Haunting, I believe. But
Mhm.
there were Haunting Hills. There was one with Catherine Zeta-Jones
Oh,
Oh,
and that girl who was in all those movies that we love, Mystic Pizza.
Lily Taylor.
That's it, Lily Taylor.
Yes.
Same story. That has Ali Larder in it, who I'm in love with because of
Yeah,
Landman.
Landman.
That's Mike Flanagan is that filmmaker, right? He also did that one, but he also did one of my favorites of recent times, which was Fall of the House of Usher. Fall of the House of Usher is all Edgar Allan Poe's short stories woven into one big horror series where the family in charge, there's a big rich family in pharma, a family that's done bad things, and they have these rich kids and and it was so well done. It was so tongue-in-cheek. If you know anything about Edgar Allan Poe, ever studied him, the little Easter eggs and nods to the names of things, I thought it was so well done. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's the same cast. He made 3 movies and it's all the same cast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shows.
3 shows. Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
House on
It's
Hunting
that.
Hill.
It's the same. It's Mike Flanagan, and I really love anything he does. Love it. Love it.
What was the second one?
Did he the Blair House or something?
Yeah.
One episode that gave the history of the female ghost there.
Mhm.
And that episode was amazing.
The Haunting of Bly Manor.
Bly Manor.
Oh yes.
Oh.
Love that.
You know what
And
else
Midnight
he did?
Mass.
Midnight Mass.
Midnight Mass.
That's what I was gonna say. Did he do Midnight Mass?
Oh,
He did.
that was so
When is
How
he having
long?
another one?
They all sat with me.
Yeah.
They all sit with you. That's, to me, that's not about horror, right? That's about great
No.
storytelling, right? Real stakes, which is why I never like slashers.
The horror is
Yeah.
all secondary.
Yeah.
It's
like
all
it just
secondary.
colors it. It's the story.
Oh my God, I have news for you. I just found it. Mike
What?
Flanagan's next major show is the TV series Carrie, adapted
Ooh.
for Prime Video in 2026, which is, of course,
Wow.
Stephen King's.
Yeah.
That was one of the first movies I saw that was really scary, like Stephen King stuff.
Yeah.
She was really scary. I don't think can anyone look at Sissy Spacek differently than Carrie? That's all I see.
It's all I
Yeah.
see.
We know you've heard Generation Artax, but are you subscribed? Hit the follow button wherever you listen to podcasts. That's one less thing to worry about and one more thing to look forward to. We'd love to keep this show going, and you can help. Please rate and review. Thanks.
La 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 la.
Anyway, you ready for questions?
Yeah. I think it's time for a little part we call Unrelated. This is where we ask each other questions that are unrelated to everything that we were talking about. And today, I have 3 different would you rathers.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. Simple one. Ease you in. Amazing transition from what we were just talking about, which is insane.
Okay.
Always happens.
Insane.
Yeah.
Seeing as how we don't plan anything.
I know. My first question was, would you rather have telepathy, teleportation, or telekinesis? Which is why it's so weird that we just talked about Carrie.
Telepathy, reading people's minds.
Yes, teleportation, the ability to
teleportation, go anywhere. Telekinesis, move things
move
with
things
your mind.
Let me give you some parameters and you can ask as many
Okay.
questions as you want.
Okay.
Okay. Telepathy, you can read anyone's minds. We're going to say just human minds.
Okay.
Okay.
And you are not hearing everyone at once. You can control who you're listening to.
Okay.
So it's not like Superman who just hears everybody right away. I bet none of you knew that.
I was not worried about that.
Yeah. Okay. Teleportation, you go with your clothes, anything that's touching your body.
So you're not like, but then I'll be naked when I get there?
The time traveler's wife is what she's thinking of.
Yes,
okay.
he couldn't even keep a cavity filler in. It would come it would come out. You time travel. So you can go with your clothes.
Okay.
In this scenario, you can't bring anyone with you though.
What about
See?
a purse?
That's a problem.
Can I take a
Yes.
purse with me?
Anything inanimate that you're touching that is
Okay, good.
freestanding, like you can't.
I don't
touch
want to
a
go
tree.
without my stuff.
Okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
and then telekinesis. You move things with your mind. It's extremely strong. You can't literally move a mountain or tear off a building. But if a building was falling, you could catch it and stop it.
But do
you
I get
know,
a bloody nose and go, oh, does it take like, is it Stranger Things strength? Is it
No
is it
migraines.
11 strength?
Nope, no migraines. You're perfectly fine. It doesn't make you need to sleep for days. You just have the ability to do it, yeah.
Okay.
Those are your options.
I think absolutely not telepathy. I don't think it's anybody's business to hear what their thoughts are. I don't want to hear
It's
other people's
ethically
thoughts.
wrong.
Something feels very wrong, and I don't want to hear if people are thinking bad things about me. That's not my business.
100%. Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
no chance on that. The teleportation, if you could bring somebody, obviously would be such a no-brainer, but I guess it would still be a no-brainer. Telekinesis, I can't.
It would still be a no-brainer? What do you mean?
I mean, I still think that's the best one because telekinesis, I don't need to move anything with my mind. I don't see buildings falling very often. So
The only time I would worry, think I would want it is I'm trapped in a thing and I want to move. If I could just move the key over here, like I get that, but
When's
those
the
are
last
for
time that
extreme
happened?
situations. Exactly. So,
Well,
yes.
I sometimes wonder if the only reason I think telekinesis would be useful is because there are bad people out there, and if they were, you know what I mean, like if someone were to attack you or something, that you could throw them
I see.
away or something to
Okay.
hit them,
Okay. So
or
self-defense.
or I don't see myself being some evil lord, but just knowing that no one can fuck with you, right?
Like a bullet? You can
No
like
one
move a
can
bullet?
fuck with you. I mean, like, no cops can fuck. Like, not that I'm worried, but like if people were
Lori's
shooting at
always
you can
getting the
stop
heat.
all the bullets. Like,
Right.
basically, you're invincible because you can move everything. So, I don't
Okay.
think
So
I
if
would
I have
use that power for
telekinesis,
bad.
why can't I move myself to where I need to go and get a 2-for-1?
you mean teleportation?
Yeah, I know. I
No.
could have telekinesis and just move myself and have that fold right underneath it.
Okay.
So I could like
I'll
fly
allow it.
myself. I could be like, oh, I'm going to fly through the air to Pennsylvania or something. I don't know if I want to fly through the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you
greatest
have
of ease.
teleportation and there's a whole bunch of people shooting at you, then you just disappear into a different place.
There you go. So I'm trying to figure out what's the biggest bang for my buck.
Teleportation, 100%.
I do not want telepathy. I do not. It's not fair. And I also then would like be mad at people or afraid of them in ways I don't wish I didn't. So no way for telepathy.
I also want to know where Kim's teleporting. Kim's teleporting to Market Basket just to save herself the 5-minute drive.
Yeah.
Kim's
Where
like,
you
why
going by
can't I
yourself?
teleport? Why can't I teleport to Starbucks? The reason I would want teleportation is because as much as I enjoy a train ride, I really don't want the movement of travel. I'm just so extremely motion sick in every way. I don't want to get in a car. Although I like a journey, as a rule, if I could just be there, it'd be great.
Yeah.
I wonder
Okay.
if it would make me value places less. Because if it takes just as long to get to Paris as it does to the local Starbucks, maybe it loses its specialness. I mean, it's special because you fly overnight to Europe. And does it change the value? Kind of
No.
like they say, when horses were brought into civilization. Okay, the beginning of civilization, first of all, we are civilized because of horses, right? Horses were at the front end of civilization. We didn't get civilized and then take in horses. I had that wrong for a sec. But horses changed our relationship to time because walking somewhere would always take, well, that takes 3 days as the crow flies or whatever. But on a horse, it collapsed time because you could get places faster. So if you teleport, it will collapse time and change your relationship with time. That means road trips are gone. You don't get to enjoy. You will opt not to
We're
have
not
the
gone because
journey.
you can only go alone.
No. Yeah, you can only go alone. So if you're going to do something with somebody, you still have to do
You
it.
have
And
to
also,
journey. Okay.
I don't agree that places would be less valuable. That's like saying that you have to work harder to make more money. It's the same.
But that's what I believe. We're just touching
know.
on all my beliefs.
I know. I'm trying to tell you, no on that.
But Kim, like, where would you use it? Like, how useful do you think it would be for you? Because you're asking Terri, how many times are you caught in a thing in your
Yeah,
draft?
but she likes to travel. She
By
likes to
herself?
travel.
Not by myself.
No, she's
it would just be so easy. I could pop in to visit Dad. I could pop in.
That's
like,
right.
You know, I could
Pop
pop
in to
out
visit
to
people.
Arizona to visit Andre.
pop out of a dark alley if you need to. That's what I'm saying.
true.
You can get out of it. I would want it because I would want to be able to get out of a situation quickly. To me, escape is most important. So if I knew I could get out of something, I don't need to lift a chair and throw it at someone. I'm just going to piece out of the room.
Right.
I still just want telekinesis.
Oh, really?
Really?
Always. I've always wanted it. I still
Why?
do.
It's like a party trick. Like, watch me move this pitcher of water across the room.
What are you
Well,
going
but
to use it for?
everything. I can, I could use it to clean.
Okay. Okay.
You know, everything, you can have everything float up and all the, like.
You could lift all your furniture and vacuum underneath.
Well, I don't even need to vacuum because I can control the vacuum with my head, or I can make all the dust move directly into the garbage can.
Oh, that's even better.
So it's like Mary Poppins.
Right?
Yeah.
You want to be Mary Poppins.
Not even Mary Poppins. It's more like the three fairies in Sleeping Beauty.
Okay.
There's a whole cleaning scene. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So look at her in really boring tasks. I want to avoid boat rides. You want to clean faster. And Kim wants to visit her friend in Arizona. We can do all these things.
I don't know. But I do like feeling like I am invincible because of it. I like that too.
Oh, okay. The invincible. So what's it giving you? This is the question to ask. It's not what would be cool to do because it's all cool. More important to you is to be invincible. I can move things. I can protect people. I can protect myself. For me, it's I get so motion sick and I want to be able to get out. I'm afraid of being trapped somewhere. I want to get out. That's always been key for me. And Kim, what's your like motivation behind the thing?
Convenience. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just a practical thing.
Well, that's her motivation.
Yeah, but if you had to use telekinesis, so let's just say you can use teleportation.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone was say you were in sales and you're like, I would just make so many more sales if I could just be places right away. Yeah. That's convenience, but it's because they have to for that. Would your thing be, I want to teleport because there's so many people I'd like to see more of, or there's so much of the world I want to see?
No, I don't want to go alone necessarily.
So so it's relationships. You would want to go see people if you had to use it.
Yeah. Any day when I think like Joe and I text a lot during the day, if I could just like poof, like be standing in front of him and then be like da 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 da, and then poof, and then be gone. It's like just a bid for closer human connection with anybody I'm talking to.
Okay, so human connection. This is very much us.
Like go visit Mason for like a second.
Yeah.
We could do this show live, like all together in a studio every time.
Yeah.
This is a good question for you, for the listener, to ask their friends and their family. It's not just about what's cool. You see what's driving the person. For Kim, it's it's intimacy and connection and closeness quicker. For Lori, it's strength and protection and defense and power. And for me, I just want to get the fuck out.
Nice. Survival.
And no travel, not having to travel because I'm afraid of it. It gets me very upset with the turbulence. I'd like to avoid that. And you know what? I don't care that I have to go with someone, can't go with someone else. How about everybody fly out? When you're there, tell me and I'll just appear.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true. Okay.
Freedom.
Question number 2.
Freedom.
Which would you rather? Also 3 options.
Oh my gosh.
The ability to speak to all sea animals, to be able to read and understand, write, and speak in ancient forgotten languages, or the ability to fly, but only at 10 miles per hour and 20 feet off the ground.
Very specific. Wait, I thought you were going to say speak or read any languages. But you mean ancient.
I would love that one. That would be very
But
obvious.
ancient languages, who am I talking to? Am I going to teleport back to ancient times?
You could, be able to read like old scripts that like no one's been able to read, but you can read them. You could probably walk into the pyramid and being able to
understand. Okay, so literacy. It's ancient literacy. Humanity's deep literacy. So there's
that
literacy.
That would pair well with teleportation.
It would. What are the other 2 again? Or
the ability to
flying.
speak to all sea animals.
Oh. But what am I going to talk to them? What are they going to say? Like if I can speak to them, that doesn't mean they're nice. They might be like, come here, I'm going to eat you.
Does not mean they're nice.
They'll be like, come here, I'm going to bite your head off.
Yeah, probably.
I don't want to hear what sharks have to say.
Gordy clearly wanted sea animals. But then you're
Really?
like Aquaman. Of course.
What are you going to do with them?
But
you're like Aquaman. You can have
them.
relationships with
He
you can
eats
talk
them.
to them.
He would talk them into his bucket and then eat them.
Yeah.
That's harder. I think it's harder to eat something you're talking to.
Yeah, I don't know. You could ask them questions.
But he's like he's like Aquaman. Okay, well, what
I
do you
don't need the ancient text. I don't need that. To fly around just a little, like for fun, that's like having a skateboard for fun for a little bit.
10 feet off the ground?
It's not for a little bit.
Wait, did you say 10 feet off the ground or 10 miles an hour?
10 miles an hour, 20 feet off the ground. So you're taller than people.
I love that.
You're
love
shorter
that.
than like trees and buildings.
Yeah, but I can
Guess
jump.
that's fun.
Get out of like. What if there's a big crowd
for
like,
you in the
crazy
city?
crunch? Yeah,
That would be
in the
your
city.
answer.
I'd like to do that. Please, I'll take that.
I mean, you would go faster than a bike or a car.
No, but you could like go
Doesn't matter,
above
out
like
of the-
crowds on the sidewalk.
Out of the fray.
You
Yeah.
could go above crowds.
And be out of the fray, and I could, I would just get
Okay.
around the city.
So another
easier.
one is just your escape route. Another question regarding
route.
how you can get
Escape
out of
route.
danger in New York quickly.
I'm not going
Yeah.
to read ancient texts, and even though it goes well with my other skill, and I'm not trying to get in other people's minds,
I would like to talk
including
to blue whales.
dolphins.
I would like to
You would
talk
like
to
to talk to
blue
whales?
blue whales and those green sharks that live for 500 years.
What?
Yeah, no, are they green or they're just covered in like algae?
They're
Aren't they
covered in
called
moss.
green sharks?
Are they? I think I
you
think they're around Greenland.
Did
and
I make
that's-
that up?
Wait, they live
you are.
hundreds of years?
Yes.
No, there's one that's older than that. Isn't there one that's older than that?
Green sharks typically refers to the small bioluminescent green lantern shark in the Atlantic, famous
not
for
it.
living centuries.
Oh, never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah,
That's
right.
wild.
Oh, the green, not green sharks, Greenland sharks live for 250 to 500 years. I'd like to talk to them
Lantern shark.
Right.
about their lives, and also all of like the deep sea creatures. Like, I want to hear what's really going on.
That's
down
true.
there.
I would like to know.
Because they say that's our wet space. It's like there's more life
It's
teeming
wet
with
space.
life. We
Oh,
have no idea what's down there.
We have
Yeah.
no idea. But
And all this
hang
is
on.
the thing. They might know about like
They
the
might-
cities
but what are
under
they
the
gonna
water
know?
and everything,
They're
right?
not going to know anything. Just because they're down there and they can talk to
Why
you
do you
doesn't
think
mean
they
they're
don't know
smart.
anything? Maybe there's whole villages down there. Like that's what they say.
There could be.
They could talk to each other, you know? Like
Yeah. But I'm just saying a shark that's been swimming around for a couple hundred years, he doesn't know anything about what's
Why do
happening
you
up
think
here.
that? I'll ask him.
Why
He's
does he
under the
assume?
water. What do you think he's going to be like? Well, then Macy's closed. That was tough for everybody. He's not going to know.
Know about all of the stuff down there. They said the aliens come from down there.
Oh,
They've been witnesses to who knows what.
They've seen
Okay,
real
fine.
ghost ships.
They've seen what?
they've seen the ghost ship. They've seen the
Act-
ghost ship.
actual ghost ships.
Right?
You see them.
So you're going with sea animals too? You're both
Yeah.
going with talking to sea animals.
Yeah.
You know, I do like the forgotten language thing. Like, because what if they're
But
instructions?
people do read it. There
No.
are. There's people who study this shit. There's
Yeah.
people who clean houses, and there's people who read ancient texts. You could
I
just
think
like.
there are some texts out there that no one can read. I think
Okay,
there are some.
interesting. Okay,
Okay.
I like that one. Okay.
okay. I'd like you to go read and then tell me, and then also talk to the dolphins and
You'll
tell me.
know.
And I'm going to be flying over the crowds in
I'm not
Times
telling
Square.
you what me and my dolphin friends talk about. You wanna fucking know what they're thinking? You gotta talk to them.
She's busy. She's
Okay.
I
flying.
love the specificity.
Okay, here we go. Last one.
Okay.
There's only two options. The ability to see into the past when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, or the ability to see into the future between 200 and 300 years from now. Now,
1,000% future.
Yeah.
We already
Wow.
know what happened in the past. We could just watch National Geographic. There's a million shows narrated by Tom Hanks about what happened before.
We know
you think
enough.
they have it dead on? You think there's nothing that
Pretty
we
great.
don't know about the dinosaurs?
200 or
Exactly
300
how
years
they
ago
look?
is not very long ago.
I
Oh, no,
didn't say
you're talking
200,
about
300
millions
years
of
ago.
years ago.
What the trees look like? What about the giant trees and the giant animals? Now let's
Yeah.
just say, hold on.
Okay.
You are safely protected. You're purely an observer.
And you
You're
can
like a
fly
time
around and
traveler.
look?
Yes, you're like a time traveler. You're not actually physically there, so you don't have to worry about any kind of harm or interaction. It's a little
Okay.
bit like Lucy.
Lucy. I
Just
knew you
kinda
were going to say that. Yeah.
swiping to the left and swiping to the right and just kind
Okay.
of watching.
Okay. Zero chance that it's the easiest answer in the world for you? Like,
Mine's the
How could-
pat. Mine's the dinosaur.
what
I
about
don't
the
think I
future?
want to see 200, 300 years from now. I don't know that it's something I'm going to want to see.
You won't be there.
Well, I wasn't in the past either. What is that?
I'm saying, what do you care about the future? You're
You
gonna
don't
be
think
dead.
it would be sad if you traveled 200, 300 years in the future and everybody's dead and all the buildings are rubble?
What if it's really cool and everybody's very
What if it's
healthy
cool and everyone's flying around and they've solved all the problems? And
That would be awesome. But what if it's not?
Well, then
Most
it's not.
movies point to our Earth just fucking drying up, and then we're like,
Okay.
peace out.
But looking ahead and seeing, oh my gosh, in 200 years, this place is a fucking abandoned post-apocalyptic nightmarescape. I'd be like, cool, enjoy it while we're here. Like, all right, let's live it up. It'd be like, what am I worried about? It's all
What?
going to turn to rubble anyway. What do I need to go back to the dinosaurs? Someone already studied that.
I want to see what that looks like. I don't know what it looks. We don't
Didn't you
actually
see
know what it
Jurassic
looks like.
Park? We do know what it looks like. We know
Okay,
Okay,
I
well,
wanna
I can
know.
also point you to a bunch of futuristic movies and say you just watch that movie.
I
and
love
it's
that's
fine.
my
You know
favorite
exactly what it is.
genre is dystopian futures.
Really?
Well, here's
Really?
the
Yeah.
dark third option that Gordy came up with.
Uh-oh.
Because when we were talking about, we're like, oh, how many years ago? I'm like, I'm just going to say, when dinosaurs walked the earth. Because
Okay.
when I first said however many millions of years ago, he goes, oh, I like to see how dark it all is. I'm like, dark? I'm like, why would it be dark? Like, wouldn't you imagine it's like, if anything, more colorful, brighter, like, there's never been pollution or anything. And he meant he wanted to observe like the first 100 years post the asteroid that killed all the dinosaurs.
Oh, well, that is dark. It got
Like
dark and everyone died.
dark. So,
Everything
like,
died.
see what the world looked like then. I was like, oh, I wouldn't want to see that at all.
No.
Really dark. Yeah, that is.
It's dark in many ways.
Well, I love that we're like, that time with the dinosaurs, as if it was like a decade, like the 50s. There were so many millions and millions of years when they just boop, 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 walked around, ate plants, killed each other. Like,
Yep.
there's so many. We've been here 2 seconds. We fucked the whole joint up. And like,
2 seconds.
that's it. We ruined it. But
yeah, on the clock, aren't we in the last like
the
30
last
seconds?
second, the last 30
Yeah.
seconds of Earth. That's it. That's it. But I think that's interesting. I mean, you love those nature shows, and there's so many cool like AI reimagined what it looked like then, and it's a little tricky because you're like, oh, this is what it looked like. We don't know, but that at least can sort of scratch your itch. I actually think the vision of the future is pretty bleak in that it's always the same. It's like, oh, it's all rubble. It's like, how do we know it isn't better? We don't know.
Yeah.
I
think, or even if it did get a little dystopian, I think there'll be a rebuild. So 200 or 300 years out, we're pretty safe.
You like dystopian future.
Oh, I love
things.
it.
But there were other civilizations that were apparently way, way advanced and then crushed and demolished and then started again.
And then they start over.
Again. Look at the Roman Empire. They had like electricity. They don't have electricity, but they had like running water. And then that Roman Empire collapsed. And then there was nothing but the Middle Ages. People threw their shit out windows. It went back to zero and they had to rebuild again. So it's like, we're just caught up in this endless cycle of it.
Yeah.
But things are cooler now than they were back in the medieval times. I have to imagine that things could get pretty amazing.
Right.
They could.
Yeah.
I guess I feel like I would feel differently and not like, well, let's make the most of life. Like if I knew 100 or 200 years from now, it's like all fucking gone and there's none of us or we're a whole bunch of
what would you do?
zombies
Sit around and be depressed for your last 50 years? What do you got? 50 years left?
think I would probably do the math of if my kids had kids, like at what point are those people fucked?
Oh, wow. This sounds very you to ruin a vision of the future with your kids.
It's a lot of generations.
Like the dystopian future, that's what happens. Can I give you a little fun fact? I'm sure you've heard this before, but it blows my fucking mind, particularly because we grew up watching The Land Before Time.
Okay.
And you see all the friends, and obviously that's not it's supposed to be about Pangea, right? And it's not accurate at all because Littlefoot is
they didn't exist at the same time.
Yeah, no. Actually, Littlefoot was a brontosaurus, but
yes, I never saw Land Before Time.
Stegosaurus. What?
I never saw Land Before Time.
Oh my god,
that's really.
I used
really
to
sad for you.
Like every Friday walk down to Roseland Video, rent Land Before Time, and then walk next door to get Chinese food, and then walked home.
Oh my god!
Like every Friday.
Oh my god! How old were you?
I don't know.
7.
Yeah,
like
probably.
Soup.
It was a long walk from the hospital where I was getting up my McDonald's. Okay. More time exists between when the Stegosaurus walked the earth and the T-Rex walked the earth.
Yeah.
Than T-Rexes to humans.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Like Stegosaurus to time.
Stegosaurus
Oh,
to
yeah.
T-Rex feels like they were all like
You think them all
class
together.
of 02. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you think they
Right.
all graduated together.
Just full 100 millions of years in
Millions.
an entire species going extinct and new ones totally evolving. Just all dinosaurs. Like, can you just I can't believe you don't want to like see the vegetation. Like, there's those couple weird places in China that have like, they look like Dr. Seuss trees, and you're like, or there are these certain areas that are kind of untouched, and they're like, we think that's kind of what it might have looked like millions of years ago. Like, these are old trees, and they're all weird.
And it would be
and
cool.
goofy, and that would be so
Yeah.
cool.
I get that. I do get that.
I would like
and
to do
cannot
both.
conceive of time that way. I do not understand. I would like to do both, but again, what makes our choices in these imaginary scenarios, what's
Mhm.
interesting is the values we put behind it and what our personalities and needs drive to. And you've now said you would want to go back in time. You'd want to go back and read ancient scriptures. There's something about that is built into your personality. Whereas I very rarely look back at stuff. If I can't find a document and I'm like, I know I wrote it, I'll just write it again. I trust now up. I like to look ahead to what's next. I don't like to look back too much. That doesn't mean I'm not interested in the history of the earth, but I'm just saying my tendency is, let's see what's next. Did Kim make a vote on that?
Oh,
She's
yeah.
waffling.
I said future. I've just been coughing.
Oh, you said future too, right? Okay.
Yeah, she said that it was like she didn't understand who would ever say anything different.
Don't we want to know what's happening? People pay psychics. They don't pay historians.
Right.
Historians aren't getting the same money that psychics are getting.
People also study history, and there are still paleontologists who are working. They're
True.
not like, well, we're all done. We found out everything. We know
Right.
exactly what it was like.
It's true.
No need. No, they're still there because they're still trying to figure shit out.
But yeah, of
But there's
course.
always new information coming. You can learn this stuff. We can only guess at what's going to happen.
Right.
I don't think we could always know what happened back then. Especially there
No.
could have been whole civilizations that we don't know about because they say that the best civilizations had zero carbon footprint. And so once they fell, there would be no evidence of them at all.
Wow. We're
Crazy.
like a big ugly tattoo on the earth. We're
We
not
really
going
are.
anywhere. And then when we leave, we'll leave a horrible scar.
And then it will rebuild. Once we all like, take that big spaceship, through that wormhole by Saturn and let the earth rebuild.
Well, I think that's good. We've done it. That's enough.
That's enough.
It is
That's a
enough.
lot.
It's a lot. This episode of Generation Artax was produced by us, edited by us, and hosted by us. Our theme music is by Danielle Musto. Art and design by Ryan Andrews of ryanmade.com. Please follow, rate, and review to help save more Gen Xers from the swamps of sadness. Follow us on Instagram at Generation Artax, that's ARTAX, and visit us at generationartax.com.